So why, when I exercise, for example, I exercise and it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you feel doubtful, when you feel insecure, when you work out, man, I mean, not only is it basically, you're exercising, but you're exorcising, like an exorcism. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is that when you detox, for example, you lose weight. You know what I'm saying? When you change your diet, for example, from animal proteins to basically eating fruits, you lose weight. Why is that? You know what I'm saying? Because you detox. You're lightening a load. You know what I'm saying? And then there's certain people who don't want to eat like that, who are basically bodybuilders because they said they're going to lose too much weight. You know what I'm saying? And in actuality, the reason for that is because they're losing toxins. The toxins. See, fat is what you're losing. And toxins all get stored in fat cells. When you sweat, okay, you're basically detoxing. You're basically releasing all these toxins out of your pores. See, one of the beauty things about hydrotherapy is when you go in a sauna, you sweat and all the toxins come out of your pores. And then when you do hydrotherapy, basically when you are basically real hot and you got all those toxins that basically got released in you, it is a good idea to get in a cold shower and you're basically doing hydrotherapy there, where you're actually, see, the saunas are good because they help produce nitric oxide in the body. So it's basically expanding your blood vessels. You know what I'm saying? And when you go in a cold shower, it's contracting your blood vessels. What is the benefit of this? Is there's certain systems within you, such as like the lymphatic system, which has no pump. And when you contract and expand, it helps that lymphatic system circulate. And you want to let that lymphatic system circulate so that you can get all these toxins out of your system, because the lymphatic system traps fat. I mean, it traps lipids, but it also traps toxins. Notice how when you're about to get sick, your lymph nodes get swollen. Your lymph nodes get swollen under your pits when when you have cancer or when you're sick, or even around your groin area. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that hydrotherapy, hot and cold, you're basically opening and closing. It's like you got a hose and you build pressure and then the water shoots out. It's like when it's open at a certain rate, you got a certain steady stream coming out. But when you hold the hose, it builds pressure and then you open it up and it shoots out the water a lot harder until it levels out again. You know what I'm saying? So you're basically doing that with your lymphatic system and your blood vessels to push out all these toxins outside of you. Now, another benefit of you getting in the cold water is that when you get in the cold water, it closes your pores out, but the water is washing away all the toxins. Because let's say if you sweat and you leave those toxins on your skin actually sucks up all those toxins back into your skin. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically you open the pores, you let everything out, and then when you get in the cold shower right away, immediately, because the sauna should be there and the shower should be there when you go to a gym or when you go to a spa or whatnot. And the benefit of that is, again, your pores are open, all the toxins are sweating out. When you get in a cold shower, you flush out all those toxins, but it closes the pores so nothing else can go in. You get what I'm saying? So that's the benefit of that. And when you exercise, for example, let's say if you're feeling doubtful or whatnot, you put your mind. See, I told you before, I don't work out for the same reasons I used to work out for before, or for the same reasons that anybody normally works out for. I put myself in a warrior mindset, and when I'm working out, I get a good pump. You know what I'm saying? And I start to look a certain way, and a way that I like. You know what I'm saying? And what's happening is that I start to release all doubt, all types of anxiety, and I start to feel better about myself. You get what I'm saying? And keeping your mental state strong throughout the day, or even before you go to bed, visualizing yourself in one of the most successful states possible, which doesn't not necessarily have to be in a monetary or a physical way. It could be in any other kind of way, but you have to actually genuinely feel good about it, not because somebody tells you that that's the right way to feel. Even if it is physical, then hold that emotion, because that right there is going to trickle down into this reality, which is what I mentioned before. When I used to go to bed when I was younger, I used to imagine myself actually winning the championships and me scoring the 3 winning goals in a hockey game. And you know what I'm saying? I used to do that, and I used to actually get goosebumps. I used to actually feel that emotion, as if it was really happening. I used to actually get goosebumps, and I used to see the players coming at me and praising me, and the crowd, basically cheering, and you get that energy. That energy is literally something that's feeding you in that state. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that it trickled down into my reality here in this realm for me to be more successful in areas that didn't have nothing to do with that. It's just whatever I was doing, it was coming out successful because I was already in that state based on the way I went to sleep. And I was actually waking up in that state also, because before I went to bed, I was actually feeling like I was having better dreams because of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's important how you sleep and how you wake up. You know what I'm saying? And when you pay attention to that, it's gold, because now it trickles down into this reality. You know what I'm saying? You start to meet the right people. You start to get into the situations that are favorable for you, and you're more aware. You know what I'm saying? You're more aware of what is going to be good, favorable for you, or what not. It's not going to be favorable for you. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you're closing your eye, like I had this conversation with my son. You know, he's telling me, Papa, I'm Superman, but how come I can't fly? Look, and he's trying to fly up. And I was like, listen, bro, like, you have to understand, this is a realm for you to have this human experience. You know what I'm saying? When you close your eyes, you go like this. Look, it's kind of like this. See, this is your internal eye. This is the eye that you're actually, because I told him, when you close your eyes, can you see yourself flying like Superman? He's like, yeah, I can see myself flying over buildings, the clouds and all that. Okay, I was like, cool. So when you do that, you can do this by doing this. Look. And then all of a sudden, now what? Now you can fly at any speed you want. You can basically go through anything you want. You could basically be as powerful as you want. There's no limitations, right? And then, you know, you come back here, and now you're just Clark Kent, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You got to have your secret identity here. You know what I'm saying? You can't come out here and say, I'm Superman now. You got to know you're Superman. But you got, like I told him, who's Superman and then who's Clark Kent. He knows that Clark Kent is basically the identity that he hides, you know, as Superman. So basically, Bruce Wayne does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You want to be Batman, you want to be Bruce Wayne, whoever you may be, you got to be the superhero, right? When you close your eyes and you can see yourself being the superhero, and eventually everything here is going to be like magic for you. You know what I'm saying? And he gets it now. You know what I'm saying? He plays with the toys, and I tell him, look, these are just toys. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you start, see, he goes like this, Papa, who's stronger, Batman or me? And I was like, you're stronger, because if you just take this toy and you just drop it on the floor and just leave it there, what is it doing there? It's not doing anything. It's just laying there. The moment you pick up the toy and you start animating it, it's doing it because of you. You know what I'm saying? But without you, that toy ain't shit. Okay? So I told him that in this realm that we're in, we are the animators. You know what I'm saying? And we could be whatever we want. We could do whatever we want, but we have our secret identity. So we hold ourselves as Clark Kent, as Bruce Wayne, as any secret identity that you may have. You know what I'm saying? And it's just basically, I mean, look, there's certain villains, for example, they don't hide their identity though. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you got to find that nice little sweet spot between what you want to play here. You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, there's certain things that are not sustainable in this realm. So you can't go around being all crazy and chaotic, because it is not sustainable. You're not going to get anywhere with that, but, you know, get locked up in a loony house, or just basically, you know, end up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you don't know how to manipulate anything out here in that way, then you can't be in that chaotic state. Okay? So I mean, yeah, this is just basically a short little video I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the you know, what you actually do. I had to hold on a second, let me just take this text out. So it's just basically what you're into, you know what I'm saying? When you're in this space that you're in, you know what I'm saying? You know, things that you want to have a human experience with. Like, for example, when I started gardening, you know, I got into the energy of being a gardener, you know what I'm saying? So you jump into that and you actually do gardening. But I'm a gardener while I'm gardening. After I'm done gardening, I'm not a gardener anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can observe. See, what the beauty part about when you observe your reality, like you observe the things that are happening, then you're not of it. You're now in the God zone because you're observing it. You're not of it anymore when you're observing it. But when you get into it and you start to entertain certain things, such as now entertaining debates or getting into fights, getting into a fight, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not observing it now, you're getting into it. You know what I'm saying? So now you're of it. So the more you live your life knowing that you're not of it, the more you spiritually train yourself to actually just look at everything and be the observer and come in and out of this reality when you so choose to and please. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to talk about. We'll talk soon.